Okay, so these are the actual bones, but you guys have built a prototype of what this skeleton would look like if it was fully articulated, correct?
We have. So we did 3D scan all of these bones and all the blocks, and then 3D printed it.
Okay, and what you guys can't see yet is that it is right over here to my left. Should we take a look at the full skeleton?
Yes.
There it is, the Lori specimen. An absolute terror, if you ask me. Thermopolis, Wyoming may not be the largest town in the United States, but what they lack in population size, they make up for with a charm that even the world's greatest cities would envy. From the nation's largest natural mineral hot spring, yes, it is hot, to Pickle Pops.
This might take a while.
In case you didn't know, this is the birthplace of these salty summer treats.
Oh man, so many pickles.
Thermopolis has it all. Today I'm returning to one of my favorite locations, the Wyoming Dinosaur Center. This renowned museum has one of the nation's most impressive fossil collections. But what really sets them apart is the fact that several of their dig sites are just a stone's throw away. Something interesting is arguably their most famous site, and it's this deposit of Jurassic treasure where I unearthed the tooth of an Allosaurus.
Holy Jurassic! It's a dinosaur tooth!
This is pretty much the coolest fossil I have ever found. It was the highlight of my summer. And then Mario found a tooth that was bigger. So technically, he won the Who Can Find a Bigger Dinosaur Tooth contest. But don't worry, guys. Once we go looking for T-Rex teeth, I'm going to take the title back when I find an entire T-Rex skull. Don't give up on your dreams, kids. Anything is possible. Speaking of epic finds, recently the field paleontologists at Wyoming Dinosaur Center made an incredible discovery. Hiding amongst the 150 million year old Morrison Formation, they came upon what now hails as Wyoming's smallest known dinosaur. And today, we are going to debut it on camera for the very first time. Right now we are behind the scenes at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, and I'm about to meet up with Jessica, who is the educational director here. Okay, so when I look down here on the paper, I see what look like maybe some bone maps, some layouts of the skeleton, and I also see Velociraptor over there.
Yes, so we do have a bone quarry map here, and then we have a skeletal diagram of the elements that we have found. And since this specimen is related to Velociraptor, that is why you're seeing Velociraptor on the paper.
Okay, so that probably gives you guys an indicator. We're gonna be looking at a new species of raptor today. And I know what everybody wants to see are the bones.
That's correct.
Can we take a look at the actual fossils?
Perfect, yeah, let's go do it.
Following you? All right, let's go see this raptor's bones. This is gonna be cool.
Okay, well here it is.
This is it?
This is it, yes.
This is not what I was expecting when you said Velociraptor. Now, this is tiny. You're telling me this is an entire raptor skeleton?
It is. It's a maniraptorian, so it is related to a raptor, but it is actually a troodontid. A troodontid is a form of a maniraptorian.
Okay, now, does this raptor have an official name?
It does. We are calling it the Lori specimen,
okay,
but its genus name is Hesperoornithoides.
Hesperoornithoides?
Yes.
That's a tough one. Now, was this discovered here in Thermopolis?
No, it was actually discovered near Douglas, Wyoming.
Douglas, Wyoming, because I was gonna say if it was discovered in Thermopolis, you could call it the Thermoraptor.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Which would be pretty cool. That's a tough one to say. So it's gonna be referred to then most commonly as the Lori specimen?
Yes.
So what are we looking at here? I can see that there's definitely some, can I tilt the box up for the cameras?
Yep,
Is
just
that
a
okay?
little bit, yep.
Okay, wow. So that's the skull right there.
Yes, so this is the front part of the skull. You can see the teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we have some neck vertebrae here. We also have the tibia right here, which is the lower leg bone, and then the other tibia over here, and then part of the hand.
So how was this species discovered?
So it was actually accidentally discovered with a shovel.
Really?
Yeah.
And I know from my experience digging with you guys this past week, it's all about being extremely delicate with not only the substrate itself, but then also once you find a fossil. So you were telling me not to use a pickaxe when I was out there, and you're telling me this little tiny raptor was discovered with a shovel?
Yes, so some overburden was being removed and they weren't expecting to find anything there, but they did.
So you're saying this is a newly described species. How can you tell us compared to the other raptors?
So we had to look at different parts of the skeleton and compare those to known specimens. And there really isn't anything around in the Jurassic, in the late Jurassic, that lines up with this.
Okay, so this is a late Jurassic dinosaur.
Yes.
A true Jurassic raptor. So what are these pieces that we're looking at here? Just other small bones?
So there are some little tail vertebrae here, and then these are the cervical ribs.
Wow. And then, of course, can I pick that up?
Yep, you may pick that up.
Oh my gosh, this is it. Look at that tiny little sickle-shaped claw. Amazing. I can only imagine what it would be like to be attacked by a pack of these. Like a gazillion little paper cuts
Yeah.
out of a claw of that size. Now, are you guys gonna try to extract the entire skeleton from this matrix?
No, we're gonna leave it in here just because it is just too delicate, and it will be more stable if it's still left in the matrix that it's in.
Okay, so these are the actual bones, but you guys have built a prototype of what this skeleton would look like if it was fully articulated, correct?
We have, so we did 3D scan all of these bones and all the blocks, and we had a company in Idaho do that, and then they 3D printed it.
Okay, and what you guys can't see yet is that it is right over here to my left. Should we take a look at the full skeleton?
Yes.
This is it, the ultimate reveal. There it is, the Lori specimen. An absolute terror, if you ask me. I mean, big dinosaurs are terrifying in a certain sense, right? To think, all right, if I was being hunted by a pack of Deinonychus, Utah raptors, or maybe even Velociraptor, but a bunch of these guys, those are like chickens with very, very sharp claws.
Yeah.
And you know, the first thing that I notice are the very distinct sickle claws on the toes. I think that's everybody's absolute favorite. And even at that size, we would only be looking at bone. It would still have a sheath over it, right? Made of keratin. So it would be even longer and even sharper.
It would, yes. And actually our claw that we have here may even have some of the sheath still preserved.
Oh, I see that just on the tip there. That's very cool. I noticed that it also has very long forelimbs, almost like a wing type structure.
Yes, possibly, yeah.
So do you think that this specimen will then be used to try to connect any lineage between birds and dinosaurs and avian versus non-avian species?
Yes, so it is a paravian. It's in that clade.
Okay. This will be another one of the unique species you guys have here. I mean, in the collection, there are so many incredible fossils that you can't find anywhere else in the United States. You guys have Archaeopteryx, you've got the big Jimbo, the sauropod, and now the Lori specimen.
Yeah, and Jimbo's our largest dinosaur that was found in Wyoming, and Lori is our smallest dinosaur that was found in Wyoming, and they were both found together.
Whoa, they were found together?
Yes.
Hold on a
Same quarry.
second, back up. Jimbo and Lori were found together in the same quarry.
Yes.
What are the odds of that? Do you think Jimbo may have squashed Lori and that's how they ended up together?
No, so Lori was actually found about 10 centimeters above the Jimbo layer.
And what does that mean, 10 centimeters above? Like later on in time?
Yes.
Okay. So that is so cool. You guys will now officially have the largest and the smallest dinosaur specimens in the state of Wyoming here at the center.
Yes, we will.
How special is that for you guys to have found a new raptor species like this?
So it's special in the fact that it's staying here in the state, because that's part of our mission here at the museum, is to keep our fossils here in Wyoming so they don't leave. But it also helps us out because we are a nonprofit, and the more specimens we have to show the public, the better.
So if you're seeing this video right now, it means that Lori is now officially on display at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center. So many cool specimens that you guys can see and get up close with. And then of course, if you want, head out on a tour into the field to actually do some digging at one of the sites. Jess, thank you so much for taking us behind the scenes to see the Lori specimen. I can't wait to share this with the rest of the world. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next prehistoric adventure. Since the theatrical release of Jurassic Park in 1993, the word raptor has dazzled the imagination of anyone that loves dinosaurs. And while a 6-foot-tall prehistoric predator entering your kitchen is a terrifying thought, just imagine 25 chicken-sized raptors chasing you through a foggy Jurassic forest. Hint, hint, Mr. Spielberg. If you would like to see this Microraptor in person, the little murder bird is now on display to the public at Wyoming Dinosaur Center. And I promise you, it's impressive. Hey Coyote Pack! If you thought this lethal chicken-sized raptor was an impressive predator, make sure to go back and watch the episode where I unearthed a tooth from the Jurassic's most notorious predator, the Allosaurus. And don't forget, subscribe and click the notification bell so you can join me and the crew on our next prehistoric adventure.
It doesn't get any better than this.